Hi guys, welcome back to your daily tarot cards. These are your daily tarot cards for Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. Happy June. We're pulling from the Everyday Tarot card. So this is definitely telling a story. I love this. So we have, the Eight of Cups. Do I stay or do I go? I definitely told you guys, we're having disruption in our environment. Anytime I have this in my life, it's happened twice already, I've ran. So, I feel like, this time I'm listening to universe and they're saying we're bringing you in the Ten of Cups. Definitely stay. You will feel like this ultimate happiness again. This was just a blip. This chapter is definitely coming to a close, whatever this disruption is. We got that with the world. So they're saying we're going to offer you another option. So, maybe this will be something that makes a change to the environment, or it's just like something happens that will bring you sure bliss. They are highlighting the moon, definitely a reflective card. They are highlighting the waning crescent, which we're in right now, heading into the new moon. And it was, we've got to remember that our shadow energy is going to be magnified. We had the lunar eclipse, so that powerful shadow energy is there. Don't take it as necessarily as a bad thing. I definitely feel like it's just reflecting is more highlighted right now. Some of us have gotten major changes, and we had tower moments where things have come to a disruptive end. You have probably heard knockings of this for a while. And it's just you'll feel it even more potently right now. But I'm telling you that the things will lift up as soon as that new moon is over. As soon as we get into that waning crescent moon, on, I think, probably the 11th, I would think, 10th or 11th. Definitely a reflective card, definitely Pisces, and it's like whatever that disruption was, whatever that shadow energy is, just sit there and release it to the universe. Sit there and have a ceremony. I said Monday would be a great day to start that because it is the ending of the month. So you sit there and you, whatever was negative, release, and whatever you want to bring forward for June, and set those intentions out to the universe. This is what I want for June, and definitely take advantage of those moments. When we have Shabbat, I feel like, that is a great time where we set our intentions for the week. I definitely sit there and take advantage of that time. This is what I want to bring in. This is what I want to release, especially things have been chaotic. We have the Nine of Swords. So it's like we're definitely sitting there and saying, taking inventory, saying, you know what? I understand there's a lunar eclipse. I understand we're in the waning crescent. So we're leading to the new moon. So there's three things that may magnify, the Nine of Swords. But it's like we know, okay, you know what? This situation isn't as bad as it is. I do feel like you still have a lot of things to be thankful for. I woke up. I'm still with my family. I have a roof over my head, clothes on my back, food on my table. My bills are paid. I am grateful. We have a lot of things to be grateful for. And sometimes we kind of lose sight of that. That's why I always write down, things that happen positively in my life when I do forget that. And I look back and I read over those things and it's like so many beautiful things have happened here. But they're definitely saying this chapter is closed. This energy, that's why it's a big reflector here. And that's probably why you feel more magnified, because a chapter has closed and now we're opening up to another beautiful one. They're saying with the Seven of Pentacles, yes, there is still work to be done. It will be tedious. We talked about this on Thursday on the Game of Thrones spread, Throne Thursdays, where they said, even though when the work gets tedious, we keep seeing the Seven of Pentacles show up in a lot of the spreads, saying keep working, that time, dedication, devotion, that you this is a passion. You keep putting it into everything you do and you will see it flourish. You do see flourishing. So you're going to see things even bustle even more. They are highlighting that you are a strong, independent individual. I definitely feel like this is a wish card. Again, sending out your manifestations. I definitely feel like with the orb, she's sitting there putting all of her intentions into it and she's about to release it to the universe, into the water, kind of like a wishing well. But it's just saying, this is what I want in the future universe. I feel like, they said that yesterday. Dare to dream. Things are going to come into your life that will financially allow you to have some dreams come true. So I definitely feel like this is where Spirit is saying, just because this chapter has come to an end and maybe you do feel it more magnified because of the energy in the air, just sit there and realize what it is. Don't sit there and make things worse than they are. We understand, for certain people in my life are heartbroken, and it's just it's okay. Feel what you're feeling. Feel those feels so you can sit there and put this away for once and for all. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may be a year from now. It's okay. Sometimes it takes, days, years, months. for chapters to come to an end, and that's okay. Because when it comes to an end, it's ended. You won't have to worry about it ever again. That's why encourage a lot of people, when you're going through this kind of thing, go through it sober. Don't sit there and start consuming things just to numb it out, because it's going to still be there when you wake up. So we're going to start with the Eight of Cups here on the far left. And, again, they're highlighting the cycle of the moon, the waning crescent to the new moon. I'm trying to multitask and my brain's not cooperating. Do I stay or do I go? You are caught between walking away from a disappointing situation or trying one last time to make things better. But can this circumstance really improve, or is it a lost cause? And I definitely feel like they're saying with the Ten of Cups, it is going to work out. Do I stay or do I go? Definitely, I told you guys, and I'm very open about stuff, and I said, the first time we had 2 floods, major floods in our house, one was for an hour. They couldn't shut the water off because my neighbor wouldn't let them in the apartment. So they sat there, they finally turned the water off, and it was like we were so close to losing everything. And I was like, F it, let's just go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of this place. It was just like kind of me was the straw and that broke the camel's back. But, hindsight is 20/20. But it's just like this time, instead of trying to force things, wasting money and kind of ending up back at square one again, let's just, listen to spirit this time, shut the F up and let them divulge what they're going to do. And they are. I feel like spirit is just like, do I stay or do I go? They're like, stay. Ten of Cups, you're going to just be fine. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is where we're in our head a lot. And it is so hard for me to sit there and just release control. It's not so much control. I just like knowing, I like having plans. A, B, C, D, E, F. Like, I have a plan, like backup plans of plans. So it's just, I'm a planner. But it's just like, this time, let them control. Let them sit there and go with the flow. Don't fight it. We have a lot of water in this spread, so it's like definitely going with the flow. Ten of Cups. You have created a life of connection and bliss by following your heart and trusting your intuition. So trust our intuition. I would listen to Judge Judy. I would take that as a sign. If you don't like where you live, move. And I'm like, all right, she's right. Let's just go. I feel like that's appealing to our shadow side. There is a sense of wholeness, completion, and alignment in your relationships and others. Also remember, they're saying we're in Mercury retrograde. So they when they talk about profound change, they advise against it, right now. So, you know what I mean? I feel like they're saying stay. Whatever you want to change right now, do not change. Keep things the way they are. Once Mercury retrograde is done, will this 4th cup be offered after, the Mercury retrograde or after the new moon? I'm not sure when this cup is going to come in. But have patience. Usually with this Ten of Cups, they have a stream beside beside this mountain here. They have a stream going beside the house. So definitely going with the flow of things. Cups are always full of water, which are emotions. So I definitely feel like they're saying, you may feel, like they said, you're crossed. You're sitting there with your arms crossed, like, oh, what do I do? I want to do something. And they're like, no, have a seat and we'll offer you something to help you out with this situation. Offer and opportunity are flowing to you. So flowing, so going with the flow. But from now, you're saying no. Contemplate your next step and focus on what is important to you. So I definitely feel like they're saying keep saving your money, keep, or whatever the situation is, but they're saying have a seat and let us offer you something else. There's something else coming in. So is this going to be after the new moon, or is this going to be after Mercury retrograde? Because Mercury retrograde, they tell us not to make major changes. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I definitely feel like they're saying like it'll backfire, right? So we have the moon, connection in your intuition and subconscious mind. You are experiencing a subtle force of nature, especially the lunar cycles. So we just had that lunar eclipse. So this is where I'm saying that shadow energy is more magnified. So it's like right now we have to sit there and fight that. We go outside, go for a walk. Sit outside in a chair if you're not able to walk right now. Put your energy into something else. Your kids, your projects, whatever it is. I definitely feel like they're saying even if it's tedious, keep putting your energy into something else. Distract yourself with something else. until this cycle is over. Allow yourself to flow with these energies and just go with it. You know what I mean? But don't sit there and get in your head. And I'm a person that goes in my head. I have since I was a child. I would go in my head and I wouldn't sleep at night. And that's when you start creating mental health issues. So not only are you beating yourself up, you know what I mean? And you're supposed to be your best ally, your best friend, but you're also not sleeping. And when you don't sleep, that's when things get worse, because it's like now you're exhausted, and now you're making things even worse and magnifying them even worse. And it's just like, got to be your own best friend. Sit there and get the sleep that you deserve and you need. Don't sit there and beat yourself up even worse. You got to be your own best friend. Sometimes you're having yourself as your own best friend is the best thing possible, because you got to sit there and build yourself up, build your confidence up. You are experiencing a deep inner turmoil as a result of your thoughts and your mindset. So make sure you're getting the sleep that you need. And, definitely, like they said, like a reflection. Is this exactly what is going on, or am I just making this worse? What is going on right now in my environment? And sometimes it's just like, it's just words. People say little words, but it's like, what do they really have any impact on your life? Do they have any impact on your day-to-day life? No? Then don't worry about it. Get a reality check and evaluate which fears are warranted and which are not. Release your limiting beliefs, crippling fears, and self-doubt. So sit there and be your own best friend. You know what? I woke up today. I'm with my family. I have a roof over my head. The bills are paid. Like, what do I really have to be worried about? This is where, a lot of people sit there and they're like, oh, you play video games and you waste your time. It's like, sometimes that's what turns your brain off. Watch something that makes you laugh. Definitely when I first lost Shane and I was packing up the house and homeschooling the kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sit down and take a break, from packing. And I would watch Wendy Williams, and she would make me laugh for an hour. For 1 hour, I would forget everything that had just happened, and then I started watching Friends from the beginning, and it made me laugh. It's just like I would take breaks and just get something to make me laugh, just to escape what was going on for half an hour. You know what I mean? For an hour with Wendy Williams. But it's just like, I definitely tell people, watch something that makes you laugh. Watch something that you love. Someone close to me is going through a lot, and I was like, you love Handmaid's Tale. Watch Handmaid's Tale. I know it's not the light, fluffy energy you're looking for, but I'm like, you love that show. You know what I mean? Before this all happened, you wanted to watch it. I'm like, definitely go watch it, Get your mind off of things. So we have the world, and this is where they're saying, even though it feels really heavy, this chapter's coming to a close. And any storm, it always comes to an end. Always remember that. In the darkness, there's always light. And the light will keep coming in more and more and more and more. The storm is lifting away. I could just see little driplets falling. I see the sun, and the clouds are moving away. So it will get better. You have come full circle and are celebrating a successful completion of an important project or phase. As you close one chapter, you open another. So we're about to put this to bed. This is about to be put to bed. I know we're approaching the new moon. We haven't really, gotten there yet, but I feel like this is what they're saying. If you feel the energy on high, if you're feeling depressed, don't worry, you're not alone, but also check on exactly what they said. Is this warranted? Or is this just, shadow energies come out to play? And then you check it. So the Seven of Pentacles. You are prepared to put in the hard work now to reap the rewards later. You know this is a long-term game, and you may not see immediate results. You've done what you can. Now is time to wait patiently for your payoff. I feel like something is going to come in, and I feel like Spirit is saying, can you take this on? Not in the sense they're questioning your skills or anything like that. They're just saying you already have a lot on your plate. Is this something that you're willing to take on? Remember, not every day is going to be great. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is maybe a part-time job or a part-time gig or something like that. It will help you financially, but it's just can you handle, you know what I mean? Can you take that on right now? So they're saying, yes, you can. So the Two of Wands, the strong, independent person standing out over the water, they're definitely making a wish, and they're going to send it out to the universe. So, your manifestations. And this is where I'm saying it's very important to pay attention to the cycles going on, because we're showing them, you know, I want to release this energy, and you don't think about it anymore because you've released it. These are the things I want to bring in, and be grateful as they come in. You know, sometimes we do definitely lose track of how, you know, blessed we truly are. And it's like, you know, sit there. I always write down when positive things happen, because sometimes when I, you know, get too much in my head and I lose sight of what I actually have going on, it's like it grounds you, because it's like, look at all this that's happened. So be grateful for it and be appreciative of it. So the Two of Wands, you know, you want to manifest. Now you need to work out how. You are exploring all options and planning your path ahead before taking action. Let your intuition and passion guide you as you confirm your next step. So this is where I'm saying, like, maybe right now it seems like a good idea, but I feel like things are going to start getting busier and busier and busier. And I feel like this is where it's like, you know, can you really take this on? I feel like definitely have discussions, you know, and plan things out of how this can work, and see if it's, you know, really feasible. Like, you can actually, you know, handle doing that and everything else that you do, you know, and still enjoy your summer as well at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. May the universe bless you good. You know, set your intentions for June, what you want this June to be about. You know, release all shadow energy. It's only temporary. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.